In the couple of months, we have gotten used to people saying that I'm working from home. People have been saying the statements like, I'm working remotely. People have been asking, what's your opinion about working from home? People have been talking about the remote working. And how did it come about? Everybody knows that it came due to COVID-19. The pandemic affected companies because of the social distance. People cannot be close together. So what do? We start working from our own living rooms. We start working from our bedrooms and even our kitchens sometimes. Is this good for a company? Is this bad for a company? There are so many researches that have been done that show that it has got some positive effects, it also has negative effects. But how do companies in this era keep their employees, engage their employees, and retain them? Because there are other companies that offer better compared to yours. In this article that I have, that is written by Emmanuel Zvada and representing Financial Insights, I'm going to unpack how to retrain and how to engage your employees when they're working remotely. The first thing that a company can do is to bring the remote workers together. Sometimes, but not always. Just imagine this situation that you're working at home, you got nobody. I want to kill some time, even 5 minutes just to kill, but I don't have anybody to talk to. I'm working from my working table and I don't have anybody to talk to. How am I gonna feel? So, the companies can in any situation bring the employees to the office, maybe in turns. Or if they want to bring them together, okay, let it be, but with a good social distance. If people can interact, we're always social beings, nobody is an island, and if people and employees can interact, at least it can reduce staff turnover. Strategy number 2, you have to take care of the essentials. I love this Ghanaian proverb which says that firstly you have to make sure that you take care of what is necessary and then take care of what is nice first. Let's look at the options that have been opened by COVID-19. A company in Zimbabwe can employ anybody who is wherever they are. They can employ a person from South Africa, they can employ a person from Zambia because there's no need for relocation these days. So the competition is tough. So for a company to be able to retain and to engage their employees, well, they have to provide what is essential. If their working environment is not conducive and if it's not safe, then they stand the chance to lose their workers. So if you're an employer, the best thing that you can do is to provide the essentials. Follow the Ghanaian proverb. Start with the essentials and go on to the nicer part. Employees expect a lot from their employers too. The third strategy that can be used to retain your employees is quite easy. In each and every situation, we are always trying to get more information and to self-develop. As an organization, so many people can be afraid of using the internet or technological things. It is actually a fact. So many people are afraid of engaging and using this. So what a company can do is try as much as possible to make sure that their employees and their staff are comfortable and are capable of using all the changes as far as gadgets, technology, and the internet is concerned. As far as I know, there are so many e-learning websites. For example, there's EDX, there's Udemy, there's Coursera. There are so many in which the companies can actually pay for them so that their employees can get the knowledge they need to progress as far as work is concerned. A work that feels valued by the employer is going to give more and is going to become loyal to the organization. This is the situation that we have. So companies should invest in virtual learning and development for their employees. And also it gives an opportunity to put the certificates on the walls, and if they are work related, the better. And the next one, we are talking about recognition matters during the COVID-19 pandemic. Under normal circumstances, it can be seen that a manager can move around and motivate the people that he works with. But during this period, because nobody is going to the office, how are you going to be motivating the people remotely? Well, the story is easy. You can start a Zoom call You can have a Zoom party and you can give thanks, you can give praise, and you can actually have fun with your employees and your subordinates, and even with your colleagues. In this matter, you have to recognize what people are doing, even if they are from their basements and their houses. It is important to recognize these employees for the work they do. For I said in the beginning, at this particular point, people are even working harder from home than they work from the office. The next one starts as a question. Do you give feedback to your employees? What kind of an employer are you? Are you always hammering on the employees of what they do wrong? Do you have one day that you have given feedback and say, oh my boy, you have done a good job? Giving real feedback to the employees is one of the ways to keep them. If anybody is given feedback, if it is done in the perfect of ways, everybody will feel valued. This is the situation that we're talking about during these COVID times. There's so many factors that are affecting an individual when they're working remotely. But if you find time just to appreciate what your employee or what the employees have done, or another colleague or a subordinate or a superordinate, it makes life better and it makes life welcoming as far as working is concerned. This is the story that we have on this one. Give real feedback in real time. Pick up that call and just appreciate what a person has done. Before we even go further and talk about giving feedback, is the communication between the employer and the employee two-way? In many organizations, there are other employees that shake and tremble with fear upon seeing the managers, and they don't even know how to suggest, they don't even know how to put a story to the superordinates. So, this strategy is about creating a two-way communication between ranks. The superordinates and the subordinates should be connected with transparent communication. Is it a strategy? Is it a duty that has to be done? Is it an assignment? Is it a due date? Is it anything that hinders work back? I shouldn't be afraid to tell my employer and say that, you know what, I don't think I can meet this deadline. At this particular line, people will feel that they have even to work around the clock, even after working hours, to meet the deadlines. But people have a social life, ain't it? So there should be open communication for anything as far as work is concerned. And if there is open communication, the employees will feel safe and will stay. To make sure that everything is said and done, fair compensation is the last strategy for you to retain the employees. The companies that compensate their employees in a good way, they always find a way to keep them. And they will retain that value they have created and the experience that they have created in them over here in all the years that they've been working for them. In this situation, there's no need to bring in the novice, there's no need to bring in the amateur, and also train them from time to time to make sure that they can meet the organization. There are also many mistakes that are made. There are also many mistakes that can be committed by those employees. So we want to reduce those costs and to maintain the employees and say that our employer is the most valuable resource that we have. If the employers know that they are the most valuable resource they have, it means that even the service they give to the clients and the customers, they will know that when I go to this company, I'm going to get my expectations met. Financial Insights is an e-zine that is published each and every month, and you have an opportunity to work hand in hand with the people that are experienced, the experts, the captains of the industry, coming from banking, coming from economics, coming from HR, human resource management, and coming from many activities as far as the industry is concerned. If you have an opportunity, you can just get them on the website. And this article was taken from Emmanuel Zvada, who is an accomplished HR specialist, and we give the kudos to him. My name is TJ.